What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, Fable. Now, Donkey Unicorns and Ponies will jump straight to, oh, it's delayed. Oh my God, there's troubles with development, blah, blah, blah. The problem is that the narrative that has been formed around Xbox delays now is different from back in the day because they didn't have no games hardly, right? So it's like, oh, it's delayed, there's trouble, right? But now it's like, a delay is like, oh, we got all these games. Do we really need to put Fable out now? I mean, we got all these games. Let's make some room for the games. Plus, more time for Fable makes the game better. That's what your boy Craig said. Craig Duncan, the leader of Xbox Games right now. He's the new leader, the newest leader. And so I'm like, all right, cool. Besides that, right? Besides the Tina and Meanie, Craig, shindig that happened. They, a little interview. It was a podcast, but kind of barely. Tina and Meanie, come on, son. She's the best thing that's at Xbox right now. I mean, relatively speaking. I mean, she single-handedly, I think, outclassed Major Nelson. I guess, was that Major Nelson's job? I'm not too sure. I think he was director of Xbox Live or something. I forgot what his title was. But he did the podcast, and then now he moved on, blah, 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 whatever. But Tina Amini's kind of doing the marketing, and she's putting together all the presentations, and she's killing it. I'm like, I don't remember her being this good at IGN. But then I watched the IGN show, the ID at Xbox, presented by IGN. Oof, oh my God. I don't know who's writing over at IGN, but please stop. That was bad. It was not good. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but them commercials though, look, I know it's a business, blah, 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 and I understand why Xbox does it because IGN's the biggest kind of for casuals, so I get it. Anyway, back to Fable. So Fable is one of the most anticipated games in the Xbox roster for different reasons, for many different reasons. Not because, it's a good game, probably. Let's be real. But the pedigree of the actual IP, A, and the pedigree of the studio that's making it, B. And so you put those two together, and it's like, plus the studios that's putting it together, Playground Games, also had some hires from different other kind of developers from different other games. Like I believe The Witcher. Honestly, I can't even name them, but somebody named them, and I was like, really? Wow, that's crazy. But anyway, good developers. I think GTA. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but whatever. But good developers, right? Playground alone is the best, right? So you put that plus extra people. Come on, son. So that wasn't even the best part. And this is the thing I wanna kind of mention and emphasize. Usually a game delay announcement is like text on Twitter. Sorry, we're so sorry. We got delayed the game. We're working hard. We just want to make the game best possible. See you later. We love you. Right? That's what it usually is. But they did a podcast, right? He said, I know we announced it's going to be 2025, but now it's going to come out sometime in 2026. But let me tell you, it's a banger. He didn't say that. I'm paraphrasing. But Craig Duncan was like, yo, this game is bananas, son. He didn't say that. I was paraphrasing. But I'm just saying. So this is how they did it. I don't know whose idea was it. Was it Tina Amini? Maybe. I'm going to give her credit because everything she touches turned to gold. So with the announcement of the delay, they came with new gameplay. Actual in the game gameplay. Pre-alpha gameplay. And it looked crazy nice. And so I'm like, hold up, that's pre-alpha gameplay? They showing us new stuff. They show us the Balverine, whatever, the werewolf dude. I was like, yo, that fur looked kind of furry. That looks furistic. And I was like, yeah, all right. I mean, ours already sold. The last trailer, and at the last summer show, that sold me. Or I was like, come on, son, say less. I'm done. When can I play it? That's all I need to know. And so they showed us more stuff, and I'm like, no, that's the game. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the new gameplay. I'm like, that's how you announce a delay. You say, yeah, we're delaying it, but it looks really good. I play a lot of it, and yeah, we got some clips for you. Boosh. And everybody's like, yo, oh man. So what they did, they said, okay, we're going to be transparent. It's going to be delayed, but with the delay comes polish, and they showed more gameplay, which hyped it up even more. It's like they did multiple things the right way. Giving bad news, but it's not bad news because it makes the game better. He literally said that. He said, give the team more time, and that way the game will be, I'm sorry, the accent is all over the place. And that way it'll be awesome. He didn't say that. It'll be fish and chips. Sorry. But yo, it's And you know what? I think back to like all the PlayStation games, and then all those games were like, they delayed them, and they came out better because they took the time and they polished the hell out of them. Granted, it was probably all FX studios like polishing the cinematics. Let's be real. But yeah, so and one thing that Tina Amini did mention is like the transition from like the cinematics to the gameplay is like seamless, and the graphics are so good in the actual in-game that it's hard to kind of distinguish. And I'm like, that's what's up. That's how you make a game. Playground game hasn't missed yet. Every game that they put out, banger. Go back. And here's the thing about Playground games. If y'all didn't know, the lead of Playground games, he recently left and formed his own studio after Forza Horizon 5 was completed. He was the lead guy on, drumroll please, MotorStorm. Did he do 2 as well? I don't know if, but he was he's MotorStorm guy. So I'm like, oh, I get it now. Yeah, it makes sense. It's like arcadey, racy type of stuff. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And I think with Xbox and with Playground games, he was able to kind of take the essence or the vibe of MotorStorm and create an open world with Forza Horizon with real cars and such, licensed cars, and kind of bring his vision of that vibe of just arcade racing fun to fruition and to reality. And I'm glad he got a chance to do that through 5 different games, 5 different iterations. Now, I am curious to see what Forza Horizon 6 is going to be, who takes over. Location is like the main thing. I hope they do Tokyo at some point. That would be dope. Oh, imagine freaking, because my favorite racing game back in the day was on a Dreamcast. It was Tokyo Street Racer, Tokyo Extreme Street Racer, Tokyo Street Racer Extreme, something like that. It was Genki, I think, whatever. It was a crazy. All I know was the last boss was this black Porsche with chrome rims, and he was a monster. Me and my boy was playing it like simultaneously, and I was like, yo, if you mess up 1 little millimeter, he's like, pew, gone, right? So every time we look at the rear view, he's trying to sneak up, bash, smack him into the wall, blah. That's how you had the races, fool, because it was crazy. It wasn't like, yeah, we're gonna drive properly. No. It wasn't none of that. This is street racing, fool. But yeah, man, that was my favorite. And so if they do Tokyo, if they do freaking Tokyo Extreme Racing or whatever, Forza style, that's gonna be what's up. That's gonna be cool. And I know they try. What game did that? Was it the Crew? The last Crew game tried to do that or something like that. I don't remember. One of those games. I think it was Ubisoft. I think it was the Crew, maybe. And I was like, okay, that's kind of close, but not right. Oh, was it Need for? No, it wasn't Need for. I don't remember. But I mean, games have gotten kind of close. But Forza Horizon is just, they got it. I don't know what they did. I don't know what magic juice they doing in them games. But it's just how the cars feel, how the motion blur, everything is just dope. And so I'm like, apply that to Japan. Let's go. I'm ready. That's what's up. So, but sorry, Playground games. Fable. We talk about Fable. But Fable is like, the thing about Fable is like the first two. I never played Fable 3. I think I might have played the beginning, and I was like, I don't really feel like playing this. So I played the first one. I was like, all right, that's cool. I played the second one. I was like, okay, the Fable 2 should have been what Fable 1 should have been. Fable 2 should, you know what I just said. And so I was like, all right. And I skipped Fable 3. And Fable Legends never came out. So I was like, all right. I mean, Fable has some nuggets. Fable has a vibe there that can be taken and modernized and made into an awesome, super dope fly game. And Playground Games is the ones to do it. British humor, they're British. I'm like, let's go. All of the things that is needed to make this the Fable game that everybody's gonna be like, yo, seems to be into play. Now, there has been a little bit of talk about, oh, is it gonna be exclusive? Or is it going to be, multi-plat or whatever? I mean, maybe it's multi-plat, but I would think that a game like Fable, even though Fable's never been on PlayStation, right? Regardless of what you may think, it has not been on PlayStation. So there's no precedent for it being on PlayStation. Unlike Doom, unlike Elder Scrolls Online, or even the Elder Scrolls games, those are all on PlayStation and stuff. So I wouldn't be mad if it doesn't go to PlayStation, only to keep some exclusive juices over on Xbox. Because regardless of their strategy, exclusives are important, because that will ultimately drive people to go to your ecosystem, if you will. Now, I know if it's on PlayStation, you still get the sale, you still get the player, because they still have to sign into Xbox to play the game, to get the achievements and such. Or no, wait, that's not true. It would be trophies at that point, I believe. Well, maybe there is a sign-in. I don't actually know how that works. But if there's no precedent, I mean, certain games going over to PlayStation makes sense because they're multiplayer or the games of service, or they have those type of tie-ins. So Grounded, multiplayer game. I guess Pentiment is the only outlier. Pentiment and Hi-Fi Rush were the two part of the experiment, where it's like, okay, we'll do 2 single player and we'll do 2 multiplayer games, service games, if you will, and we'll see what happens. And so the 2 live service games did extremely well. The 2 single player games did not. We all know that PlayStation doesn't buy games. PlayStation casuals don't buy games. They only buy a PlayStation for Fortnite, FIFA, or FC Club, whatever it's called now, Madden, Grand Theft Auto, whatever. And so this whole play to get more players is smart. At the same time, I think it's definitely different levels to this, as Doc would say, because you're gonna have some people on PlayStation that will never buy an Xbox, period. But those that are hardcore, those are the donkey unicorns and the ponies. So push those to the side. The casuals, they're different. They're like, oh, I thought PlayStation was the one to get, because they don't know. They just go by whoever. Oh, my friend has it, so I'm gonna get it. But then if they figure, oh, what's Game Pass? Oh, Xbox. Oh, boom, 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 boom. And they say, oh, I can just get a little Xbox Series S, or if they got the money, they don't care to get an X. And they see if they go diving into it a little bit deeper, they understand. Oh, it's only $20 a month, and I can play all these games. Why am I not doing that? So that's another way for the casuals, and I believe that's what Xbox is trying to do. They're trying to capture the casuals away from PlayStation, with the enticement of Game Pass, because Game Pass is better than PlayStation Plus. Objectively speaking, I know, your boy Jimmy Neutron likes to say stuff like that, but objectively speaking, it's not special words. That's just, anyway, it's the truth. Game Pass is better. Now, I didn't really do a video about what Fratanga did on on Jimmy Neutron and on Dolphin Teeth's streams where he put Xbox better, and then it all blew up. Xbox better should be something that we're all saying now. From now on, if you go into, I don't know why you would do this, but if you go into the Reforged Gamers stream or whatever, Xbox better, then bounce. You go into Dolphin Teeth, you go into MBG, Xbox better, then bounce. Just to piss them off. Now, Reforged, he's a knucklehead. I don't really talk too deeply into his, I was going to say psychosis, but he's special. Mainly because he thinks he's smarter than everyone else in the room. And a vocabulary doesn't make you smart. Just makes you a dummy who knows a lot of words. It's about what you say and how. I mean, let's go to MBG real quick, because he's more of a issue, not an issue, but he went off. He got mad. And I was like, why is he getting mad? It's like, it's not that serious. And okay, if I was streaming, I used to stream back in the day. If I was streaming though, and it would just be like a podcast, I would just stream for like 2 hours. Maybe I'll get back to it. Who knows? But, you just go with the flow. People make jokes and they do funny stuff. If I had a raid come into my stream and they're all saying PlayStation better, blah, 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 I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. Thanks for coming in and stuff. And Reforged kind of did it, but then he locked it down and he put it to, I'm like, I want to have a conversation with my chat. I'm like, really? So you just got to cut off your chat like that? I mean, come on, son. But MBG got mad. And I'm like, yo, this is not something to get mad about. This is fun and games. I mean, maybe not for you, because this is like your livelihood, I guess. I don't know if he has another job or something, but I mean, that's your choice to make YouTube your job. So now you have to conform to your audience. You have to make them happy so they keep donating or whatever, One of the main reasons I haven't monetized this channel yet, because it's more of a hassle than anything else. I enjoy doing this. And so, I mean, sure, one day probably I will, but that's not the goal. It's not the goal to like, I'm going to monetize so I can make all the money, blah, blah, blah. Like, what's his face? I forgot his name. It doesn't matter. Begging for donations. And, that's why I have a job. I have a job so I can pay the bills, so I don't have to beg anybody for stuff. And if I were to like monetize, I want to give you guys something besides like my time, whatever. And that's where I would probably just do $1 for a song. I'd probably put out a song a month. You get the song for the $1, and it's part of I don't know how. I got to figure out how all that stuff works, because I didn't even look into it, because that's how much I care. So yeah, I mean, whatever. It's not a big deal. There's bigger issues overall, generally speaking, on this planet in our lives than that. And there's always ways to make money, if you will. So it's not a big deal for this to be that, but I just want to have fun, and I want you guys to be cracking jokes. I want all that stuff, And shout out to Dirt, RIP to Papa Dirt and all that stuff. My condolences and all that stuff, because that is part of life, and I just hope for the best for him and his family. But he was doing a podcast today. You know what I'm saying? He was there with Sean. Everybody was in chat supporting them, and that's what's up. That's what I want to see. Even if it's not, part of, this channel's flow and vibe and stuff, which I hope it will be. But, that's the kind of community that we strive for. Us, when I say us, I mean like the gamers that want video games to live, because it's not about console warring is a byproduct of video game industry, but we want video games to be successful in a way that we get the good product, the video game system, the industry's healthy, people are still working, all these things, it's a circle of industry, circle of life in the video game industry. And we want that, and it part of that is the community. And when you have idiots like Reforge and such, I mean, he has his place because we can make fun of him. We can make fun of his idiocracy. We can make fun of him. We can make fun of J-Dub, of anybody else, Dolphin Teeth, all those knuckleheads. We can make fun of them because they put themselves out there as ponies, as donkey unicorns to be made fun of. So, hey, if they don't want to make fun of, if they don't want to be made fun of, then check yourself. Look in the mirror. It's like, why are they making fun of me? Like Reforge is like a little crybaby because he thinks that criticism is harassment. And I've heard Fertanga say it. I've heard Alex say it more than Fertanga, actually. But I'm like, yo, they're right. Because, look, if you don't have thick skin, you should probably go and just stream on your PlayStation. So I don't know what to tell you because, if you can't handle people making... all they did was do Xbox better, Xbox butter. They spammed it, and he was like, ha, 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 ha. And then he changed it to members only. And I'm like, why would you do that? You need to go with the flow. That could have been like hours and hours of donations. And then the members started super chatting. I mean, they were super chatting already, Xbox bad, Xbox bad. That's money he's getting, but then he shut them down. I'm like, okay, look, I understand. I guess money, is it that hard for you? Is it that like harsh? Is that much of a sting? They're making fun of you, or they're criticizing, or it's just a joke. But he has no sense of humor, I guess. So, or not a refined sense. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm all nasally. But I appreciate you guys like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the new Fable gameplay. Oh my gosh, Tina Amini, best in the business. Let's go, Craig Duncan. Thank you for being the Xbox overlord for games now. Under Matt Booty, of course. The Pitbull Matt Booty. The Bulldog Matt, the Chihuahua Matt Booty. Yo, Chihuahuas, they got sharp little teeth, boy. Especially them puppies. They be like, ah! Some blood be squirting. Anyway, yeah. Let me know. And I'll talk to y'all next one. Just wait.